Hi friends, welcome to Storytime Sunday. Hope you guys have had a fantastic weekend. We've had a very busy weekend, and so I am sleepy and will probably sleep very well tonight. But we'll wait our normal few minutes here just to give people enough time to join us, hopefully. Tonight's book, I just realized some of it's shiny and some of it's matte. The Squirrels Who Squabbled. It looked cute, so I picked it up. Why not, right? Sometimes you can't judge a book by its cover, and sometimes you can. We'll find out together, won't we? So it's almost 8 o'clock. Just a few more minutos. And please say hello if you do join. I would love to see who's joining us for Storytime Sunday Live. And as always, those who aren't joining live, welcome anyway. Thank you for coming back and watching the episodes. But remember, you can always join us live on Sunday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the future. And speaking of 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, it is now 8 o'clock, and so we're going to get started with this week's Storytime Sunday. So again, this week we have The Squirrels Who Squabbled by Rachel Bright and Jim Field. The Squirrels Who Squabbled. In a towering forest where summer had been, the leaves turned to gold as a cold wind blew in. And as autumn arrived with a sky raging red, the sleepiest creatures got ready for bed. Well, up in a tree swung a flightly young squirrel, who everyone knew as Spontaneous Cyril. Now, most forestry folk had seen to their needs through the plentiful months of mushrooms and seeds. They'd built up their stores so they'd be all well fed through the frosting of winter that glittered ahead. Now, Cyril, he lived in the now and the here. He'd adventured and partied his way through the year. So his cupboard was bare. His cupboard was empty, his hollow was bare. He hadn't a mouthful of food anywhere. But wait, what was that? Over there, take a look. A single lone pinecone wedged in a nook. He squealed with delight, and for very good reason, for inside were the very last nuts of the season. But Cyril wasn't alone. There were more hungry eyes. Yes, Plantahead Bruce had his sights on the prize. Though he'd gathered fresh treasures of every sort, Bruce was convinced he was one pinecone short. "I simply must have it," he wistfully cried, as he dreamt of fresh, juicy pine nuts inside. So as Cyril set off on his way to the ground, Bruce, he was also last pinecone bound. They sprinted and scurried with no time to gamble. They scratched at the bark in their scampering scramble, but their panic and haste shook the tip of the spruce, and the pinecone, it trembled, and then it came loose. Hi, Rebecca. Both squirrels gave chase at a lightning pace. This was the start of a wild, nutty race.
"It's mine!"
shouted Cyril.
"No, mine!"
hollered Bruce.
"You don't stand a chance! Give it up! It's no use!" "I'm hungry!"
cried Cyril.
"This cone is not yours!"
"Stay back!" shouted Bruce. "This cone's for my stores!" It boinged over bushes. It flew through the air. It binged on the nose of a slumbering bear. It bounced over boulders, then came to a stop, then teetered and wobbled and quivered and anticipation. Plop. Both squirrels followed. Oh, the water was fast. Would they learn that they needed each other at last? But each was intent on how he could win, so they didn't notice a bird swooping in. Cyril and Bruce, they watched in dismay as their cone disappeared up, up, and away.
"Come back!"
shouted Cyril.
"They're our nuts!"
exclaimed Bruce. But all hope was gone. It was simply no use. And meanwhile they drifted right up to the ledge. Greed, it was driving them. It was driving them over the edge. Whoa. Cyril and Bruce, they had taken a fall. They were paying the price for wanting it all. They'd squandered their chances to team up and share. Would their nutty young hopes simply end in despair? Bruised and bedraggled, they swept past dry land. Cyril grabbed at a branch with a trembling hand. Catching Bruce with the other, he heaved and he huffed, and he pulled him to safety with panting and puffs. They dragged themselves up with sputtering wriggles. Then Bruce looked at Cyril and... What do you think Bruce did? Exploded in giggles.
"How silly we are,"
he managed to mutter.
"How greedy I've been,"
he proclaimed in a sputter.
"We shall change from today. May the squabbling cease. We should celebrate, seeing we're both in one piece."
From that day and forward, they made a great pair. They would gather together and found they could share. Yes, Cyril and Bruce, they knew in the end the best thing to share is a laugh with a friend. And my friends, it's the end. So that was The Squirrels Who Squabbled by Rachel Bright and Jim Fields. I hope you guys liked that book. I thought that was really, really cute. I had never read that book before. My husband read it and thought that it was cute, and I wholeheartedly agree. I think that book was adorable. So I hope you enjoyed the book. I hope if you are just joining us that you're able to go back to the beginning once this is posted and watch it again from the beginning and share it with your friends, because that's what the book's all about. It's sharing. Sharing is caring. So be sure to share this with your friends and give them a smile for the evening as well. All right, guys, thank you for joining me for Storytime Sunday. I, as always, appreciate it very much. I will see you guys next Sunday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In the meantime, make sure to visit your local bookseller if you have not already done so this month. Go by, introduce yourself, see what awesome new books they have to recommend to you. I could not even tell you the show would be nothing if it weren't for our friends over at Briar Patch Books, because every time I go over there, they just give me a whole bunch of new ideas of books that have come in and that they've read and they've loved and they wanted to share with their friends. So make sure to visit your local bookseller. Make sure to keep them in business by buying something from them. Always be creative. That is super important. And thank you again. I'll see you real soon. Bye.